Hey, welcome back to class. Let's go ahead and get started with our review. As we have been doing in the past, we're going to review the strikes that we've already gone over. So we're going to start with our upward strikes, 1 through 5. So number 1 first, raising it right up the center. Try to point the butt of the chuck directly towards the front. Keep the top chuck horizontal to the ground. And upward number 2. Add that outside circle, right as the tip of the chuck that you're holding is getting to your solar plexus level. Go right up that center line after that circle. And upward number 3, raise it up right in the center, catching the arm, lower it to the other hand. Do the same thing. And number 4, going from hip to shoulder and big loop towards the outside as we come right up the center. And number 5, make that big figure 8. Up at 45 one way, up at 45 the other way. And now we're going to go with our downward strikes. So downward number 1, right to that center line, down, let it fall right into your hand. Try to catch it with the chuck horizontal and the butt of the chuck facing towards the front. And downward number 2, at the outside circle at that solar plexus level. Have this circle, go down through that center line. And downward number 3, step off out of the side, straight down, and bring it up over the opposite shoulder. And if you need to, just practice letting it land over the shoulder and then catching it. Feel comfortable with that, put your hand there and let it fall, ideally fall right into your hand every time. And now we're going to go with downward number 4. We're going to add that outside circle as we're at that solar plexus level. So as soon as we're at chest height, that's where we're doing this outside circle at, and then bring it around and catching. All right, and now we're gonna go sideways strikes. So sideways strike number 1 is over under, catch it underneath that arm, raise it up, and the other way. Doing that upward 3 as our reset, so strike right up that center as you're doing that reset. Make sure as you're doing the strike, it's mostly horizontal and flat. This one might be slightly angled up on the front side, so they can go down on the back side. But I don't want too much of an angle, right? I don't want to go here up at that 45-degree angle. I want it mostly sideways with maybe a little bit raising up so that it goes down on the back side. And sideways strike number 2, this is our under over, so now we are going to angle it slightly downwards, not 45 down or massively down, but slightly downwards so that it goes slightly up on the backside, and I can catch it Bring it up and around the head, and again. And number 3, so this is the around the neck, so completely horizontal. Around the neck, make sure you're making that X with your arms in front of you. Make sure that the string is tight around the back of your neck. Don't have a lot of slack and space behind your neck. Keep it nice and tight right there. And then the feeding hand drops it, receiving hand does an upward 3 for our reset. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is gonna be our variation strikes. So we're gonna strike down and then first sideways strike. So that's the first variation strike, downward strike, first side, up 3, down, side, up, down, side, up. Keep it going. And now we're gonna do variation strike number 2. So we're gonna go down, and then we're gonna go our under, over, bring it over the head, down, under, over the head. Variation number 2. And now we're gonna go for a variation strike number 3. So it's a downward strike followed by our third sideways strike, which is our around the neck. Raise it up. Down, around the neck, and up. Down, around the neck, and up. Variation number 3. All right, now we're gonna do forward strike number 1. Let's do 5 on each side. Another side. And up and switch. Now we're gonna go to forward strike number 2. On one side, switch. All right, and now what we're gonna do, we're gonna do random callouts. So I'm gonna say something and you're gonna do whatever it is. So sideways number 1. Downward 2. Upward 5. variation 3. Forward 2, 3 times on each side. Upward number 2. Upward 4. And sideways number 2. And downward number 4. Downward 3. And let's go sideways number 4. I actually forgot to show this one during the review. So sideways 4. Bring it over and around the head. Strike sideways. Loosen the grip. Catch me on the back. Because I forgot to do this one in the review, let's do quite a few of them. One side. Now let's do the other side. All right, now let's go for downward number 1. Goes on 1, downward 1, upward 1, side 3, forward 1, 2, 3 on each side, upward number 4, sideways 2. Let's do 2. And time. Catch your breath. All right, so now we're gonna do basic combination number 1. So, starting off, basic stance. 1, bow, open it up, and then start up here, upward 3, and begin. Down 1, up 1, side 1, variation 1, forward 1, and back. And let's do 5 of these before we close it. So next one, 2, down 1, up 1, side 1, variation 1, forward 1, up, and again, 3, down, up, side, variation, forward, 4, down, up, side, variation, forward, 5, down, up, side, variation, forward. And let's close it, reach up and over, present out, right foot steps, left foot steps, bow, basic stance 1. Let's open, pass it off to our left hand, upward 3, and let's do 5 of these. Ready? Begin. Down 1, up 1, side 1, variation 1, forward 1, up 2, down, up, side, variation, forward, 3, down, up, side, variation, forward, 4, down, up, side, variation, forward. Last one, 5, down, up, side, variation, forward. Okay, and now we'll just go ahead and close it like this. Like I said, the right hand side is the official one that you need for testing. The left hand side is for practice. So now what we're gonna do, basic combination number 2. So we're gonna do the second one. It's the same thing, except for everything is a second strike instead of first strike. So I'll show you. I'm gonna go ahead and open up, bow bow in, up here. All right, so everything is the second strike instead of the first strike. So we got a downward 2, upward 2, sideways 2, variation 2, forward 2. And then we would reach over, present it out, right foot, left foot, bow, and close. All right, let's open up, raise it up. And now we're gonna do this 10 times. Ready? 1, down 2, up 2, oop, that wasn't, side 2, bring it over, variation 2, forward 2. And again, down 2, up 2, under, over, side, variation 2, forward 2, 3, down 2, up 2, side 2, variation 2, forward 2, 4, down, up, side, variation, forward. That's 4, right? 5, down, up, side, variation, forward. 6, down, up, side, variation, forward. 7, 8, down, up, side, variation, forward. 9, 10, reach over, grab, present it out, and close it up. Now let's open it up again. Pass it to our left hand. Same thing, 10 times. Raise it up and begin. Down 2, up 2, side 2, bring it over, variation 2, and forward 2. That's 1, 2, down 2, up 2, side 2, bring it over, variation 2, forward 2. That's 2, so 3, down, up, side, variation, forward. 4, up, side, variation, forward. 5, down, up, side, variation, forward. 6, down, up, side, variation, forward. 7, down, up, side, variation, forward. Ooh, that was bad forward. One more forward. That was 7, right? 8, down, up, side, variation, forward. 9, last one, 10. And reach over, present it out, close it up, and take a breath in and out. Breathe in and out. The next thing that we're gonna do is going to be speed strikes. All right, so we're going for 60 and 60. That's the goal. You're probably not gonna make 60 and 60 for all of these, and that's fine. I'm also probably not gonna make 60 and 60 for all of these, also fine. The goal is to try to get better than we did previously. All right, so whatever you did in your previous ones for these, try to beat that, at least by 1, ideally by more, but you know, do what you can. The goal is to improve, not to be the best, unless that's what you want, then keep working a lot more than these classes, right? Talk to me if you want to be the best. We'll figure out a training plan for you. All right, anyways, we're gonna go with speed strikes. We're gonna go, the first one is going to be upward one, and we're gonna do 4 different speed strikes today, and we're only doing 1 set of each, so I will be counting for all of mine, and we'll see what we can do. All right, so first one is upward one. I will be setting a timer for 1 minute. Ready? And that's a good way to start. Set, begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 58, 59, 60, 70, 80, 90. All right, so I got 93 upward strikes. What'd you get? Did you get more? Did you get less? Did you beat your last time, right? Hopefully you did what I said, and you can go back and rewatch, or not rewatch, but check your comment to see what you got last time for your high out of these, and you can compare against that. Okay? Take a breath. The next one that we're gonna be doing is gonna be our downward strike. All right, so this is our first downward strike. All of these are just gonna be the first strikes. So our downward strike, number 1. Give yourself a little bit of shake, get some blood back into your arms, and they'll move in those arms pretty fast for these, so I need a little bit of recovery time in between. All right, I believe you're almost ready. I'm gonna start in 3, 2, 1, begin. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 88, right? Take a breath. Although, I'm not gonna lie to you, I might have gotten 78. Because I started counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then said the number. I might have skipped to 50, so I might have got 78. We'll just go on the lower side. We'll say I got 78 instead of 88. It's all right, I'm okay with that. Breathe in and out. All right, our next one is gonna be one where it's gonna be pretty difficult to actually make the time on. So we're gonna be doing sideways strike number 1. And it's basically 2 strikes in 1, so you kind of expect it to take almost double the time, right? So it's fine if you don't hit 60 within 60 seconds. I won't hold it against you, I promise. Don't hold it against yourself. If I don't make it, don't hold it against me. All right, ready? Sideways strike number 1, 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, already missed 2. that was a bad one for me. Time. I got 47 and had 3 misses. Wasn't a good one for me. That's okay. Our next one is going to be variation strike number 1. So expect to do even less probably on this one, because now we're doing what we just did, except for we're adding a downward strike and then going for our sideways strike. Still up, down, side, up, right? So adding an additional movement into this, which obviously would make the strike take a little bit more time. We're still trying to get 60, right? Whether you're able to get it or not, we can still strive to get that, right? So that's our goal. We want to try to get 60. And you think that's basically 3 strikes within 1 second. It can be difficult. It can definitely be difficult. All right, shake out the arms a little bit more. Ready? Set. Begin. 1. Oop. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 40. All right, I got 39. I didn't quite get that 40. Also messed up on 2 of these. All right, so still didn't make that 60 and 60. We'll keep practicing. Maybe one day we'll get it. Maybe not. It's hard, right? But we can try. That's what we set those goals for. All right, take a breath. We still have a few more speed things that we're gonna do, but now we're gonna do gripping, right? So the one that we always do. Hopefully you're feeling pretty confident with this by now. Hopefully you've been able to beat that 40 and 30-second mark a few times. If you don't beat it every time, maybe drop it or make a mistake. Don't quite beat it every time, that's okay. But I'm hoping that by now we're starting to get a little bit more consistency with it and we're able to catch it more than that 40 times. All right, ready? Gripping. Mark, get set, go. And I'm not counting on this one, I will count on the second one. As you can probably imagine, we're doing 3. Time. Take a breath in and out. Breathe in and out. Prepare yourself for our next set. Shake your arms out. Do what you need to do. If your arms are really tired and you need a little bit longer, you can always press the pause button and start it up again in a few seconds. All right, but if you're not, then let's get ready. Mark, get set, go. 50, 51, 52, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58. Ooh, I dropped it and I wasn't able to make it in time. I got 58. Almost. So close. If I hadn't dropped it, we would have 15, or would have got 60, no problem. But it happens, right? It's okay. I pretty consistently can beat 60. Mistakes happen. Can't beat myself up over it. All right, we got one more set. trying to beat that 40 still for you, maybe 50, maybe 60. I beat 58, so you know what, if you can get close to that 60 mark, try to beat me today. Get above that. Ready? On your mark, get set, begin. I wasn't even going fast and I dropped it. Keep it going, keep it going. Time. Take a deep breath in and out. All right, last thing that we're gonna do, freestyle. So I'm going to set a timer this time for 3 minutes, and we're just gonna play around. Again, I want you to practice stepping with your strikes as you're doing these. Just move around, try not to stay in the same place. Ready, set, go. Whatever you wanna do, just move around some. Mix it up, mix it up. Try to make sure you're doing a bunch of different things constantly. Mistake, try it again. It's okay. Nothing wrong with messing up. Oh no, I dropped it. Let's try it again. Keep going. 20 more seconds. And that's time. Take a breath in. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna recap the things we went over today. First thing we did was we started off reviewing. We reviewed our strikes that we've learned in the previous classes, which were our upward 1 through 5, our downward 1 through 4, our sideways 1 through 4, our variations 1 through 3, and our forward strikes 1 and 2. After that we did random call out, so I would just say one of those strikes and then you would do it, and then I would say something else and you would do that one as well. Just mixing it up, trying to remember which strikes are which. From there we did basic combinations. So we did our first combination, which after we opened it up is a down one, up one, side one, variation one, and a forward one. And then we closed that out, and then we did combination number 2, which open up, raise it up. And it's the exact same thing, except for now instead of doing the number 1 strikes, we did number 2 strikes. So downward 2, upward 2, sideways 2, variation 2, and up or forward 2. Reach over, present it, and close it out. After we did our basic combinations, we did speed strikes, and we were going for 60 within 60 seconds. First one we did was our upward number 1. Then we did our downward number 1. After that, we did our sideways number 1. And then we did our variation number 1 as well. All right? They got progressively harder each time we moved down to the next one. It was a little bit more difficult of a strike to be able to hit your 60 and 60. If you weren't able to do it today, that's all right. We want to keep practicing. Maybe one day we'll be able to get it. From there, we went to gripping. We did 3 sets of 30 seconds, trying to beat our 40 grip and 30-second mark. From there, we did freestyle, and we just played around doing whatever you wanted to do, and ideally moving around with your feet as you were doing it. So hopefully you enjoyed today's class. If you did, let me know. Like, subscribe. Don't forget to comment your times. Again, we're trying to keep track of those so that we can make sure that we're progressing properly. All right. If you have any questions, you can also ask those down in the comments below.